Okie dokie. Tape is rolling.
I gotta find OBS.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, March 6, 2018. Here inside Shroud Avatar, and I tell you what, things are heating up. It's starting to. Everybody's getting a little antsy, as it may be.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Chris had an update. I talked to him a little bit online earlier, and you know what? We've got the 21 days.
21 days. TikTok
to launch.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I see Richard talking about it. Telling everybody about the launch coming up, and the concurrencies have been rising, the number of conversions have been rising. It's just been interesting to watch, and of course we've been here for a couple of years, just bringing you the latest news and updates. And I tell you what, it's exciting to watch this come to its release date.
It also allows for all kinds of like fun stuff around release day, which we've got someone in the Discord with us right now. That's Sean Silverfoot. Are you still around, Sean?
Sean,
yes, I'm here.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. Did you want to tell us about those extra special things you're going to be doing in March and early April?
We're putting together the first meetup in New York City. That will be the same day as the launch party, and we'll cross over some hours in there, try to do a little Zoom, a little Discord, and I've got a little turnout for that, which is cool. On April 3rd, we were trying to get Richard there, but between dates with people coming down or whatever, we turned out that we're going to have another meetup in New York City with Richard on April 3rd. And that's basically a week or so after release, and we'll be going over the release and talking to us. I've arranged to get a New York City cloak made for those that attend, which will be the colors of New York City, orange and blue. The other thing I was trying to promote in there, and I have a thread in the general, is that especially for launch, it is. I think it would be pretty cool if people would just put little meetups all around the world, make it kind of like New Year's Eve around the world with the launch, and just get together a couple
launch
of
day meetups. That'd be a great thing to do, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be trying to do and you have to remember that the launch day party 314 is not actually the launch day. That's
exactly.
That's
so.
correct. That's just
so it is a pre-launch party, but that's the day that Portalarium is doing their official launch party. So it's actually happening a week or 8 days before the actual launch. So
It's like a movie
Yeah.
premiere.
And I just thought it would be good that if we could
Hi,
help
everybody.
publicize that.
Hi,
Is basically
Dr.
it. And it would be interesting. So we'll see how that shapes.
yeah, so if you're in the New York City area and you're available for on 3/14, so March 14th and March 14th. Where is that going to be taking place? Is that going to be also at Dave and Buster's?
Looks
March
like they're
14th
both
is at Dave and Buster's. And,
Okay,
I chose
March
that,
14th.
because
Great place.
in New York City, everything's friggin' expensive. And I tried to keep it either near the bus stations or Grand Central
Can of
Station.
Pepsi's $5, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, does that Dave and Buster's actually have the golf as well in that one?
I've never been in there. I have no clue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
I used
golf.
to
Yeah, I've seen like
take-
the golf video machine. Are you talking about like the golf simulator?
Well, okay, not the golf where you roll the ball. This is you actually take out your clubs.
The simulator,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, the real simulator where you're hitting the balls against the mat. Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in the Dave and Buster's in Austin when I worked over near it, and
I
would
thought it
end
was
up taking hour and a half, 2 hour lunches every day.
It would give
well,
us something to do besides talk.
Yes.
The one with Richard, I might actually move that one depending on how the volume of people around and that kind of stuff.
Did you really
Well-
factor in the fact that you're going to take a bunch of video gamers and put them in a big room full of video games, and you expect
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to
You know
talk
what?
to each
I
other?
think it's perfect because if it's like the Dave and Buster's that I've been to, there's the restaurant side and then there's the game side. So
Yes.
that gives so that you can congregate at during a portion of it at the dinner side, then migrate over to the bar side, and then disperse to the game side.
That was
So-
my thing for the ones that I've been and have a little fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I don't know whether or not Dave and Buster's still has those meal deals where they also give you like
Oh, of
the
course.
cards with
Come on,
a
man.
few bucks credit.
I got
So-
my Dave and Buster's card in my wallet, and of course, you go buy the meal and you get the package, and they load 10 or 20 bucks on it, and yeah. What I miss is the fact that you don't have physical quarters anymore. Most of these places. Yeah, going up to the guy and plopping a $10 bill down, and him handing you a roll of quarters, and just this was that whole experience, man. It's just not the same. That's all I got to say.
They still do that though, Jack.
Yeah, that's good. But yes, so the April 3rd, you don't know the location for that one yet.
Well, I have it posted for Dave and Buster's. I may change it. I have an Irish pub up on 2nd Avenue that's, not too far of a walk from Grand Central. And I thought
Okay.
that might be a little bit better of an atmosphere. They've got some private rooms on the side. So we'll see. I've got about
Excellent.
6 or 7
Yeah.
people signed
And-
up to go at
You
this
know,
point.
there's a really
And,
nice McCann's right there in Port Authority.
It's true.
Yeah, and I'm I'm going to go ahead
That's
and
where I
pass
always
out the
meet my
link.
friends when I stop into New York City. I always say, "Come on, we'll meet at McCann's on the 2nd floor there," and we all start there and end there because that's usually where I come in and go out of.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it close to transportation for people
Yes,
coming
yes.
in and out.
Well, New York City, anywhere if you're in the city, it's not too far to get to with public transit. So that's the one good thing about traveling around.
Yeah, so it should be interesting, and it was about time to get something going up in this area, so I thought it was good timing.
Absolutely. It's great to see these player gatherings happening. And, of course, don't forget, you don't need anybody to tell you to put together a gathering. If you want to have a player gathering, all you got to do is organize it in your locale. Contact Beric on the forums and say, hey, we're having a gathering, and you want to have an event cloak. You'll get to work with the guys and gals, tell them, hey, we're going to have a gathering. We got this many people, blah, blah, blah. And anybody can do it. So don't be shy. Get those player gatherings going, folks.
And
At the
people
same
have
time,
been
There's a
helping
player
promote it.
gathering in Nebraska for one person.
you do need to provide about 3 months of lead time for that gathering. So
Cloak
it does need to be
development, at
announced.
least,
Yeah, for that cloak. So you do need to announce it, plan it out, try to find a location, scout out locations, try to get a couple interested parties beforehand, and then go from there. But yes, Sean, thank you for doing this in New York City, because that is the first New York City player gathering. That becomes a great thing. And the more people that show up, the better we can engage the community. I know in the Austin area, we've had dozens of player gatherings where I've met some fantastic people. And some people even thought that someone was my wife for meeting someone at a player gathering, which is really funny.
Speaking of player gatherings and cloaks and things like that, I have up on screen a picture of you. I'm examining you, and I'm showing off the new spiffy Water.org cloak and mug that is available from the Airy Fund right now. And this is one of them special cloaks that can get made. You can get something like this for your event, but these are available during the month of March here for the Water.org Ripple Effect campaign going on now. So we'll tell you more about that in a little while, but I just happen to be sitting there. I'm going, I see my cloak in the background over there. I says, let me
sitting there looking at it and thinking about player gathering stuff. In my inventory, I believe I have the PAX Layer 20th anniversary community cloak as well. That was from the PAX Layer 20th anniversary, which took place virtually as well as in Austin. And I believe for the PAX Layer 20th, Sean actually had something in New York City as well, right?
Did you have something there as well?
Actually, not in New York.
Okay.
It was up near where I lived in a brewery, and there were three or four of us that got together.
Excellent. Cool. And PAX Layer actually comes from UO, and that's where they got their start. So this is a guild that is partially in UO. A lot of them are still playing UO and then moving over to Shroud. So that's and have been backers of the game. Many of them from day one, so all the way from Kickstarter.
I know there's another gathering going on down under here soon that the Divas are headed out to.
Yes, that's going to be taking place in the Gold Coast of Australia.
The Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's somewhere on the east side of Australia.
Speaking of gold, I know somebody's got some gold for sale. And
ShroudMarketplace.com.
ShroudMarketplace.com.
And if you make that purchase, you get that extra special Dragon Bone throne.
That's right.
Is that right?
Free with all purchases. Must
damn, that's a really rare item. That's lucky.
Yeah, I tell you what, must mention Dragon Bone throne when claiming offer.
How do you do that? You can't do that.
I know. I thought about that. That's why I'm going to write the disclaimer in there.
Okay. Yeah.
I could always run down to the dungeon and grab one. I probably got 5 of them sitting in the box over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So other important things, don't forget to update your backer address if you're expecting physical goods.
I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the box, go check out the video or ask me. I'll give you a link right to where Scotty is giving you that beautiful box that people are going to be getting.
That beautiful bean footage. Beautiful
marvelous,
box footage.
Marvelous. Yes, beautiful box footage. Can we roll that
beautiful box footage?
I don't think we're allowed to roll that footage here on. The other box.
We might have to put a disclaimer on the. We already have it set as M for mature, just because some reason we can't do weird things.
I don't know.
Hey,
that gotta be us.
Yeah. Today is Taco Tuesday, and you know what happened on Manic Monday?
I do know what happened on Manic Monday.
What happened on Manic Monday?
Information for us because Chaos was probably still on his honeymoon. Or was he on an extended honeymoon? I don't know.
Well, you remember that Chaos's wife makes fudge, and she packs the fudge for a living now.
Oh.
You may not have known that, but she opened up a fudge shop in
Did
downtown
not know
Austin.
that.
Yeah, so let's see. I got to remember the name of the. It's at
Brecken
Yummy
sells
Joy.
fudge, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a Yummy Joy. Yeah.
I'll have to stop in and check that out when I'm in Austin.
Yeah, and she is the master fudge maker at Yummy Joy in Austin.
Did not know that.
So here, let me go ahead.
Aside from shipping assistant in the offices.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, oops, I pasted that to the wrong place.
I know
So
she's gonna like us
I went
describing her job the way we just did, but that's okay.
It's
We love
fudge
you,
packing.
Brecken. We love you.
So I did put that on there, and I believe she's in the video for Yummy Joy. I don't know. So yeah, but it's 3 minutes long.
That's too funny.
So but I'm not going to play it all. But Yummy Joy, downtown Austin, on 2nd Street. You can go watch Brecken pack the fudge. But yeah, no idea where Chaos was for Monday stand up. But we do have other people, especially Bob the Builder.
Cult of Bob.
Working on the ornate Viking decos, and Liz Rostov said that, yeah, she was on TV.
Very
Damon.
Cool. Very cool. Damon Mulder.
Working on the weather visual effects.
Weather. You mean like all these asteroids?
No, rain, shine thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the weather's been a little funky with all this atmospheric disturbances going on.
Hey, there's no. Can we see the big orb thing today? Nope. I just panned my camera around.
Daylight out. Too early to see it.
Yeah.
We'll be able to see it in about a half hour.
Yeah. But Fletcher,
Fletch.
he's working on bugs
Bug.
and dirty/worn armor.
Dirty, worn armor. Jeez, I can do that myself. You ain't got a pre-faded jeans. You're gonna give us pre-dirty, worn armor. Is that what that is?
It's gonna come pre-streaked just for you.
Is Led Zepp gonna try each set on for?
Yeah. And then Kat,
Yeah.
you'll tell us what?
Tell you what, that rusty stuff looks really good now.
Does it?
Yeah, go to any blacksmith, which apparently only deal in rusty armor.
Okay. Well, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Okay. Kat working on the recordings, and that includes lots of people faking their own death in the Austin offices of Portalarium.
I've heard tell
that's
that
what
there was some
Lum's
interesting
Facebook
sounds
post was
coming
about
from
the other
some of
day.
the offices, yeah.
Yeah.
I read that information.
Yeah.
It was creeping him
The groaning.
Creeping him out the sounds that they were
Well,
recording.
if they really wanted to get authentic groans, he should have just tuned in the ether amplifier to Lunch with Laz and Jack and just
listen
like,
to the audience groan. Yeah, I know.
that would have also included a few face slaps, a little, oh, yeah, all kinds of fun sounds there. Whereas the almighty Gix Vargach, Matt, working on farm animal animations, and
You've been talking to Led Zepp again.
well, I mean, he's going to be boning the sheep again, and I don't know how much boning and reboning of the sheep he needs to do.
He's saying,
but you know what? The Gix will get right on that.
Gotta dance, man. He's saying the chickens gotta dance.
Yeah,
So,
and,
not
and
only
he's
do
going to
we
be
have
making
the
the
chicken
chicken
dance,
do the chicken dance.
The chicken will dance itself. That's right. Apparently, the chicken
Yeah.
will the chicken do the chicken dance. Is that what it's going
Yeah,
to be?
the chicken's going to have
That's
to do
too
the chicken
funny.
dance. That's the only dance it
That's
can
too
do.
funny.
Yeah. Then after that, we do have Reed working on rugs and decorations.
Bugs,
Yeah, rugs.
bugs.
Muff.
Rugs.
Merkins. Over in design, Beezus
The bees.
working on bugs
Bug.
and the Lich Loot.
Loot. Somebody say loot.
Loot.
It's the only
And
thing
then-
you can buy in the sale is a loot. Can't buy a flute.
Hey,
Can't buy a
skull
drum.
swords. Skull swords. Damien working on not being a nice guy as he works on bugs.
Bug.
And the Earthrise pot quest.
The what? It's
Earthrise
It's pot
POT
quest?
quest.
Pete, we gotta go to pot quest, man.
Yeah, it's a pot quest of some sort. I don't know whether it's not the smokable, edible variety or if it is the clay variety.
Probably the clay variety. Unfortunately.
No, because you forgot on 420 there was that free asset on
they
the
gave away the
Unity asset
Speedweed.
store. Yeah,
I know they gave away
Yeah,
the Speedweed free, and it was available to
So-
all developers for free. So we hope one of the developers bought it, picked it up, whatever it is you had to do.
they picked it up. They did something with it for you, just for you.
We need
Because-
some Easter eggs where we can go searching in the mountains and find fields of it that we can take and harvest and then recultivate on our lots. Yeah.
Easter
that's-
hash?
That's what we need.
Yeah. Whereas I'm mostly a teetotaler.
Well, it would be nice to
Just
have the
sad.
brewing system along with things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan the man.
And the man Brenner. Some magic.
Working
mushrooms.
on puzzles.
Plenty of mushrooms.
I do have my vices though, and I enjoy them. Working on puzzles.
Puzzles.
Sanyo working on some Lost Veil quests to actually make it a little bit more usable and a little bit more interactive. So that's always good. And bugs.
Bug.
Lum the Mad.
Lum. The mad.
Trying to turn up the volume on his headphones as he works on companions and Unity upgrades. Wait, is that Lord British on set again?
It is. Yeah.
Yes,
he,
it is.
He's got a habit of hanging out on the NBNN lot. And again, we tell people all the time he's a fan. He hangs out. And if you want to meet him, just hang around here long enough, he'll show up. And
Eventually, yeah. Look, he's just laying down
he's
on the
laying
job.
out the Corpian, man.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
here to relax and to take in the show like everybody else. So moving right along.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Moving right
Robert.
along, we do have Sorcerer Steve working on the Blood River forest terrain and points of interest. Over in tech,
Of
Dr. Bobby
Little Bobby Thompson.
working on that observatory and bugs.
Bug.
Eric
Is
working
that
on
the
bugs.
Observatory? Bug.
Yeah, it should be the Bob Observatory.
I'm telling you, they really should name it
Yeah.
the Bob Observatory. I like that.
Yeah.
name.
Well, just like the Corpian, just because Star was drunk and couldn't say Scorpion.
You know,
Yeah.
somebody bug reported that the other day again, and of course the community was like, "No, it's Scorpion.
It's
Scorpion.
It's Scorpion. It's
Not a
Scorpion.
bug. Not a bug.
Here's
We
your
meant to
reference
do that.
material.
We meant to do that.
Yeah. Eric is working on bugs
Bug
and offline spawning.
spotting.
Wizard Smoke working on multiple characters for those that have that pledge. Multiple characters
Carrot.
and matchmaking. Oh wait, you forgot the all important vape while you're doing that.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to save that for when we get back and we actually have vape sponsors. So you know,
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, you know what's really special about today in the Deathbringer one and only?
What's so special about the Deathbringer today?
It's his birthday, and I don't know if Lord
birthday.
British knows this or not, or the almighty Gix Vargash or List, but they need to make their way over.
There's gonna be
Lord
chaos
British
in
is
the
probably in New
office
York
right
City right
now.
now. But Gix and List need to make their way over to the Deathbringer's desk and go ahead and give him his birthday spankings.
Compliments of Laz and Jack. Make sure that
Absolutely.
you mention.
And you need to do the 32 of them plus one to grow on. And I expect video ASAP.
Pictures.
Pictures.
I'm sure we'll
yes,
hear commentary
everything.
if it happened by the time we get to the party next week.
Yes.
So don't worry about it.
Yes, you do need to tell him to assume the position when you go into his office. And then from there, it is... Yeah, I mean, you can choose to do like the fake cop thing and do the stripping, striptease or not for him. That's up to you. But personally, I would just get down straight down to the spankings.
Hold on,
So
we got to put this up on screen. List. Put it properly. One does not simply walk into the programmer's room, much less to spank one.
oh, well, there's
you got to remember,
easy-
you got to enter quietly while singing Ave Maria first.
Well, there's an easy way to do it. What you do is you tell him that there's someone dropped off a free beer just for a free gift, actually just for the Deathbringer.
Tell them you got a whole bunch of really cool Unity assets for them to play with.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. See, free beer. Where that guy
put a
gets
little
his
sign
attention.
that says Unity assets and put them under a little box with a string. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free
But
beer.
yes,
Yeah, free beer.
free beer.
Happy birthday.
And wish him happy birthday from
Yes,
us.
Absolutely.
Then The Rock.
The Rock.
He's trying to figure out how to stream stuff and post-mortem support and web development.
I'll tell you what, does that boy ever sleep? You know, he's got...
I really don't think... well, that's why he looks tired all the time, is because he's streaming all night.
Streaming all
early
night,
in the morning.
working in the office.
And then working, and... I mean, he's programming all kinds of like weird
programming
tools.
all sorts of tools on his website and helpers. He's got the newest tool out there. You can chase the Kabbalists around. What is it called?
Yeah, and you have to remember that Rock actually came from the community, and you can see him in game on his non GM'd account, which is Core, KOR, and he will spank you at some point in time if you're PvP playing.
That's right.
And not only that, but I mean, you also need to follow him on Twitch. That is twitch.tv/Kigu Starfish.
Kigu Starfish.
Yes.
You know, he's one of them guys who always got me confused early on because of the multiple handles. You know, it's like
what? Yeah, it's not as bad as my Twitch identity
at least you finally settled on Synesys, and now we've got you pretty much across the board. Early on there, we didn't know whether you were a frost, an icicle, a cube.
Yeah, I was on constant, but I like Synesys the best.
But we are all Jack, so just to be on.
We are all Jack, yes.
Right.
Tesla is working on targeting in the mail server and database and partner support. Then over in studio services, Barracks, the apartment complex next to him tried to burn down yesterday. Was working on the postmortem in community and South by Southwest prep and weekend review. Don't worry, it wasn't his apartment complex, and it was a relatively minor fire. And as far as I know, no one was hurt. So thankfully,
that's good.
The Attenwood working on sanity testing and store testing in Jira testing. Chaos was working on IT and CS. It and Serafina working on the store support and account support and the
that wonderful
and Jira's
customer service.
That lovely customer service that only she can provide. Over in Useless Overhead, we had the Dippy Bird working on meetings, and more memories. and memory leaks and memory leaks and more memory leaks.
Please, with those memory
What are we
leaks.
talking about?
Memory, huh? What?
Huh?
I can't
What?
remember anything because my memory's full.
Oh, Jiras and Enrage bugs.
Bug.
Gorn working on the general business
Business. I like
and
that.
physical goods, and analysis of analyses
Hmm.
and leads meetings.
Are you gonna get
Hutch.
some charts from Gorn? I haven't seen any charts from him in quite some time.
Probably not. Need more memory butlers. Hey, I need another turbo button on my computer.
That's right. Yeah, turbo button. No, you remember
Bring
those?
back the turbo button.
Jeez. You're dating yourself, bro. You're dating yourself.
Yeah.
Turbo.
What are you
button.
talking?
Kids
That thing was
today have
awesome.
no idea what a turbo button is. They have no idea what dial-up, the pains we had to go through. Uphill both ways, trying to get a connection to the internet, I tell you.
It's kind of like the ringtone on your phone. With that discussion we had earlier of what it reminded me of, even though I knew it wasn't from that.
It wasn't that. That's right.
Yeah. And then it's like, I was like, okay, I can remember the premise of the show, but I forgot the name, and other people had to remind me of the name. But Hutch is working on the Dork Star symbol and the Redwood stump and log and bugs
Bug.
and prefabs and leads meetings and shortcut controls card and heraldry banners.
Damn, Hutch.
Lord British laying down on the job as he updates Giros and press and launch preparation by hanging out at lunch with Laz and Jack.
That's right. Gotta get rested up and get the latest news.
Yeah.
We'll see him on the red carpet next week.
Wearing his black tie.
We're wearing his crown.
Shh, the black tie will be hidden.
There you go.
NFG Scott is working on data analysis.
FG.
And Darkstar working on the weekly update and screenshots and companions and postmortems and leads meetings. And that's what their devs said they were working on yesterday. That's right.
That's right. And of course, again, it's Fast and Furious. I like poking fun at this because it was a year ago January now, that Starlong gave us the announcement that things were going to happen fast and furious. And we were on top of that, telling people that, and things didn't really get fast and furious till actually almost a year later when we turned the corner.
3 months ago.
And man, it's been flying since then. Of course, as Lord British has always said to everybody, is the last 20% of the development will give you 80% of the polish and bring it all together and make it shine. And we're seeing a lot of that happening. And again, it's a lot of change. It's at a breakneck speed at this point, but we're all gonna die when that big meteor hits, so it doesn't matter, folks.
Well, the changes are so fast and furious that it's like you really do have to pay attention to Chris's daily blog in order to figure out what's going on because of the substantial changes.
You need to keep up with the Shroud math because Shroud math will wobble
Shroud math
at times, I tell you.
Yeah, Shroud math. Because that's what happens whenever we think of Shroud math. It's like
it hurts my brain. But there's those guys out there that feed on it, so we can't argue it too much.
But yes, so did we talk about Saturday's post already or no?
We did not, as we haven't been we haven't heard from the bird since before release, and during Friday's postmortem, he said he was going to get back to dailies, and of course he woke up over the weekend to start posting.
He started 4 a.m.
We don't do weekends.
The morning after a telethon. Yeah, we don't do weekends because you know what, we got weird things to do. Yeah.
Ren fairs to attend.
That's right. I was out at Sherwood Forest Fair.
That's right.
And then, new policy out at Sherwood Forest Fair for the camping. You can no longer have your noisy stuff going on past midnight for some odd reason. And not only that, but one of the players of Shroud. This is really funny. one of the players of Shroud attended one of the other camp's parties. He kind of fell asleep, so much so that they pulled out an air mattress and just covered up with blankets behind the bar. I'm not going to out which Shroud player that was. It definitely was not me because I actually didn't stay out there. I left early. There are pictures. I'm not saying who has them.
I believe that. I believe it.
Yeah.
Because we have some ruthless people in this community who will take.
Thank you, Eagle. Thank you for that. Yes.
Eagle.
But yes, this was at Sherwood Forest Fair. Then from there, we do have today's update from 6:43 this morning, where it's okay. Time to get some skill work done. Yesterday was consumed with meetings, and manager uplift, where they tried to do the virtual. Let's raise the manager up with our fingers while he's on the chair, but instead they decided to put a little pokey thing underneath the chair and they just dropped him. Today was also filled with meetings, so he got there at 6 a.m. to crank out some long overdue changes. And let's just say, bam, new spell, Chaotic Shield. This picks two effects from a list of 12. The effects are very powerful, but can't be canceled and last for exactly 1 minute. This spell is about as wonky as they come. So first, no matter what your skill level, you only get one instance of the rune. The only way to get a second rune is for your chaos specialization to be 80. And the cooldown time for locked or unlocked is 55 seconds. So those serious about chaos could potentially have 3 or even 4 instances of this running at any given time. I think Shroud Math is coming in here.
Because I'm already confused.
So if it lasts for 1 minute and and it expires in 55 seconds, that means that potentially for 5 seconds you would have 2 up. Then the second one would be 2. You're only stuck with 2 up. You could have 2 instances of that, so you would have 4 buffs. Because each cast, the 2 that it picks are randomized, and you could potentially end up with 8 very powerful buffs. The 3 to 4 is potentially if you get your specialization up to 80 and that's the only way to do that, to have the 3 or 4. What does powerful mean? At level 100 in the skill, examples are plus 95 to 1 magic resistance or plus 45 to damage resistance. Chaos specialization dramatically reduces the reagent cost, which matters because the base cost for it is 100% chance to use obsidian 4 obsidian chips. With 80 in chaos specialization, it only uses 1 chip. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Shroud Math, and someone's sending me messages on Facebook.
Shroud Math.
Yes, it was someone else's birthday yesterday.
Somebody sending you pictures. Somebody sleeping behind the bar on Facebook, maybe?
Yeah. You know what? I know exactly who it was, and
sure
they may or may not be present. They may or may not be present in game. Let me check right now, because I do know their game name. And earlier this morning, I did see them log off, but let's see. They are currently not online.
Not online.
Yes, so maybe they're resting up and trying to prepare for this weekend.
Still sleeping it off?
Yes, at week 2 of the Sherwood Forest Fair in Austin.
How long does this thing go on for?
8 weeks, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Or weekends.
8 weekends. Okay, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
I pretty much go Saturday and then I leave Sunday. If I'm going to stay overnight, I leave Sunday morning. after eating breakfast. Because you know what? I like showers and I like beds.
I bet.
And I don't own a tent. So I have to find someone to sleep with anytime I actually spend the night.
Isn't that the beauty of the Ren Fair? I thought that was the whole point.
It is part of the point.
Yeah. If you find a place to sleep, you spend the night. If not, back in the car and you go home. No loss, no foul.
That's right.
Netflix and chill for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's all.
That's right.
But moving right along, there was something else I was going to say. There was another event I wanted to talk about, and for the life of me,
Yeah.
I lost it. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
But what else we got going on in the community? That covers Chris, and that covers
Daily blog, and then that covers other weird things. Forums are lots and lots of debates about random things. Some of it is through rehashed conversations about RMT
What
not
do you mean?
going
What do you
away.
mean? What do you mean rehash? you mean just a never-ending battle for bags and bags, and the never-ending battle for define gambling, or the never-ending battle for when are we gonna get? I mean, it gets crazy. But well. Couple
Yep.
of those topics, of course, the gambling one. I don't know. Do you think we're ever going to get an official stance, or are people going to be allowed to run lotteries and Ponzi schemes until their heart's content?
I think that is to your heart's content, because you know what? How are you going to? I mean, the dev time is limited, and it's like, if you're not going to participate, don't participate. If you participate, you're participating at your own risk.
Now,
So,
I know many of these people have read the thing about the loot crates happening on whatever game it was that's got a lawsuit going. But most of the time, that doesn't stop a bunch of players from sitting there and playing with the /roll command and wagering some gold amongst friends. I mean, it's like the poker game in the back room. There's really nothing you can do about it. Who are you going to report it to? Who cares if they want to do that? And of course, I understand. The morally high people want to know, well, if the 13-year-old and younger start playing with that, they're gambling. Well, you know what? If they're playing the game and they're learning about gambling, then they're getting a lesson in life. Actually, I mean, it's something that just can't be controlled if somebody's going to do that. I don't think we have to worry about teenagers coming in and gambling away all their game gold. I just don't see it. The loot crate thing, stealing mommy and daddy's credit card so you can get that really killer loot out of the loot crate that never gives you anything, that's another story. The kid who's out there grinding away, making his gold in the mines, and he wants to sit and play a game of chance. God bless him. Let him play a game of chance and have some fun with it. Crying out loud. Why do we need this big debate? And then, of course, my other one for these folks is, you'll see Lord British sitting right next to that trunk right there. Well, what everybody is requesting is to be able to take a trunk that size and put another trunk that size inside that trunk. And guess what, folks? You can't do that.
Hey, but I have a pouch over somewhere on my lot that I'd like to put inside that trunk, and I can't.
I understand that, but you understand that's really what they want. They want to be able to take. Well, of course, I want it too. All these chests that I've got.
Well, bags and bags used to work,
them
but
all in one.
Yeah.
It worked at one point. I know it worked at one point because we used to be able to do it, and they took it away.
Yeah.
But I believe that was done because of the duping possibilities of duping crap and all sorts of other liabilities.
I think it had more to do with it actually allowed them to create one item that would have an infinite amount of storage.
No, because we had that problem in the bank, and they fixed that problem. People were using the bank to put their chests in and load infinite loads of stuff in the chests. That's been fixed, so that should be effectively taken care of.
Hey.
Technically.
I only know theories on that and conjecture, and
Well,
because
theory is I can get a magic bag of holding that I can put this in.
yeah.
You know, in theory, but yeah, and not have any extra additional weight. But that's hint, hint. Magic bags of holding, rare drop,
Yeah.
unlimited amount of weight. That's right, Nero.
Yeah,
Bag of
and-
holding.
and-
That's right.
Spungwa, as far as the lottery raffle thing, he says that in Eve, he allowed it for ages. Then they had the U.S. legal department tell them they were possibly liable if they don't check IP for the states for the banned gambling. So I think they blanket banned it.
That was
So
what,
any kind
Eve?
of online gambling or virtual gambling, so that would be player created raffles, player created lotteries. I don't know how you would end up really policing that.
Well, they must be getting screwed over in the EU because all these guys are complaining about VAT taxes and this and that they would have to pay.
Yeah.
And I'm going, dude, man, I mean, you pay for an internet connection and you're playing a video game. Are they really paying attention to the trades you make and taxing you on it? If they are, you need to find a better place to live, man.
Hey, you know what?
You know, if they're taxing you on stuff like that, man, I tell you what, time to find a new place to live. That's all I'm saying.
Don't move to Florida. All the crazy people live there.
Hey, all the best stories come out of Florida, and you know it.
Yes,
the United States wouldn't have anything to read in the Inquirer if it wasn't for the state of Florida. Come on now.
Yeah. It's like, oh my. What's in the Florida news today?
Florida has held the U.S. elections hostage more times than anybody cares to remember, so don't worry about that.
Hey,
We've got that covered too.
I'm just referencing like things like the guy that wanted to marry the dolphin, the dolphin guy from Florida. All the craziest people. The guy that was high and tried to eat someone.
Actually, no, he wasn't high. That was the problem. He was trying to eat somebody's face, and he was on absolutely no drugs whatsoever. That was the story. The story was this guy was going around trying to take bites out of people, and he wasn't on drugs. That was the problem.
Yeah,
but,
crazy.
I have been that hungry.
yeah, to actually go and take a bite out of somebody, though, I tell you what.
Yeah.
We get some
Florida.
we get some great stories coming out of this state. Of course, when you take people from all over the world and throw them all into one, I mean, Florida is a bigger melting pot than anywhere else in the country as far as I'm concerned. They say New York is a melting pot. We get people from all over the world and all 50 states here in Florida because we have Uncle Walt. So the whole world comes to visit us down here. And you take all those people and you put them in one city all driving together. Oh, man, what a fiasco that is, I tell you what.
Hey. Shh.
What?
Yeah.
I know. You want to hear about the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app, don't you?
Yes, I do. That's what I want to hear about.
Do you know somebody else just put an app out there? And
No.
they actually have a calendar, and they actually have access to soda maps, and they actually have access to the radio stations. And I'm not going to name the app because I laughed because, first off, it's been done to death. And I'm not going to say been done to death, but there's been several apps out there, and the only app that's had more installs than any of the rest, and the only one that's been around longer than all the rest and is still around, fully functional, fully updated every day with the latest news of Shroud of the Avatar, is the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app, available on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store, which is also the only app to cover all three stores, every platform. We got you covered. We don't have the iTunes Store like the one app, and we don't have just the other one, the Android Store like the other two apps. We've got you covered on all three. So no matter what app, whatever device you got, we got you covered. Don't fall for the imitators, folks. Get the real deal. The NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app, available in all your Play stores. And, of course, you can read the NBNN Daily Britannian, published 7 days a week. You can subscribe and get it in your inbox. You can listen to the radio stations, and there are more than 2, I can tell you that. There's a whole list of them right there on the NBNN app. As you can listen to our podcast, you can tune in live Who app. That's right. You can tune in live, or you can come into Discord. You can shop the marketplace, and of course, you can check the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, hosted right here on nbnn.info.
Yeah, that's right. Just click on that calendar button
Brought
on
to you
NBN,
today by Vistaprint.
and then from there you can see all of the calendars that Laz has aggregated. If you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, or if you want to add events to the Shroud community calendar, which is a setup specifically for individuals,
Real quick,
you can
speaking
email
of
that guy.
Vistaprint, is after your comments yesterday, I went and made sure that we have NBNN shirts for Lord British and Darkstar, and I will be bringing them with me. To
Updated
the party.
ones?
The brand new T-shirts, updated,
Excellent.
personalized with their names on them. So
Sweet.
I'll be having those. And after you mentioned it yesterday,
Okay.
I thought we had given them shirts, but apparently not. So I went out, and that's why I've
Yeah.
got Vistaprint up there today. So
Okay. Yeah. Yep. But don't forget, all times on the community
Hope
calendar,
extra
Central
large is
Time in the
fine.
real world. But we prefer nude Britannia time. You might want to get a
Britannia.
large for Star, not an extra large.
too late. Already ordered.
Okay.
He'll
Whoops.
live. He'll live.
Yeah. Sorry. Here you get an extra large. You know how like skinny he is. It's gonna like look like a dress. Just tell him to wear a bigger belt and wrap it around. But yes, don't forget Monday through Fridays, 12s and 6s around the clock.
That's
You can
right.
always listen to two idiots interpreting news, so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with us on Radio Free Britannia. At 2 p.m. this afternoon, you do need to join Sean Silverfoot and learn about the Paxlayer Town Manager Hour. And you can learn all about all kinds of things going on in Paxlayer. And if you have questions about those New York City gatherings, that would be the best time to get a hold of them in game, or in Discord or elsewhere. At 3 p.m. this afternoon is the EVL Euro Dungeon Crawl. That's going to start on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. Just contact Wintermute of Cough for more information. Of Cough. At 7 p.m., the EVL Guild is also hosting another dungeon run, this time with Thunder as the dungeon master. And that's James Thunder. Yeah. If that's not your thing and you'd much rather join the Jade Dragons, you can always head over to the town of Braemar out in the Hidden Vale and join Malhari for the dungeon run of Chillblade's Compendium of Pain and Suffering.
And suffering.
Yeah.
Suffering. Listening to Laz and Jack.
Yes. That's right.
Endless loop as you go through the compendium of pain.
I so want
and
that request to
suffering.
go in where you go into Chillblains and you're just got Lunch with Laz and Jack on repeats, and then someone will be like, "Why is that pain? Why is this called the Compendium of Pain and Suffering?"
The Monday
Like,
intro.
listen.
The Monday
Yeah.
intro and infinite loop. That would be really painful.
Yeah. At 7 p.m. this evening on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. And that's followed by the Nurse taking over.
Hello, nurse. Why is that a
DJ Nurse Justin doing unmedicated schizophrenia part 2. Why it's up there twice? Probably because it's on two separate calendars.
Shouldn't be.
I have no idea. I don't even know how to get. Yeah, I would have to click on more details and figure out where they're at.
We know
Yeah.
that.
10 o'clock, DJ Squirrel's going to be on Avatar's Radio doing Adult Swim, because you know what? We should show up on that show. What's going on? Oh, what are we doing? The final event of the evening, also at 10 p.m., is on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Record Room. And that's our community calendar for this March 6th, Taco Tuesday in Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right. All sorts of great stuff going on, and of course, gotta let you guys know out there that Of course, SodaCon Austin 2018 happening in October. And tickets are now on sale. Details are still being finalized, but you can go ahead and get those tickets now. Early birds are available. Cloaks have been available, so if you're looking to get yourself some collector's cloaks, you can get your hands on those. If you're not going to attend the event, if you're attending the event, early bird tickets, get them early because price goes up the closer we get to the convention. This is going to be my 4th year going down. I've been to Austin more times than I care to shake a stick at now, and I love it. Because every time we get to hang out with all the guys and gals from the offices, share some great stories, talk about things happening in development, and how this world of ours is just becoming greater and greater by the day. So don't forget, check out SodaCon Austin. Come on down. It's a great trip every year, and it's going to be great this year because we're launching this year. Yay.
Yay.
Yay, that's right. Of course, don't forget, you're watching us here on NBNN. Lunch with Laz and Jack right here 5 days a week on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, hidden replays on YouTube. Excuse me. Need to smoke some more. Yeah. Hidden replays on YouTube, catching us on WRFB throughout the day. And, of course, the podcast on the NBNN Shroud Avatar app if you want to catch the latest show. If you want to become a donator, you can go out to any of those links and use the donate button there, or you can go to patreon.com and become a monthly supporter and get yourself some digital swag and or some physical swag as well, depending on your donation support. And, of course, we love you guys for your support. As well as we're talking about support, don't forget the Airy Fund has got the ripple effect going on the whole month of March, helping out water.org, helping get water to those people in need. Water and toilets, people. I mean, basic necessities of life. More people have access to cell phones than they do clean toilets. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Of course, water.org is getting together with the folks at Shroud Avatar and Airy Fund, and we're raising funds to help end the water crisis throughout the world. You can get yourself some cool digital swag like the cloak I was showing you earlier that Jack's wearing. I got mine hanging on the wall there, or the mugs hanging out on our sofas here. You can see them all day, every day, just by stopping by the lot to take a look at them. The glowing mug is absolutely one of the coolest items that the developers have created in-game yet, and we got to thank them for their support with all this great stuff. airyfund.org for more information on that. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. If you're looking for custom-made wands or staves, Coilmore Wands is the place to go. Get Arius Coilmore. What the heck was that? Oh, somebody tried to put a link in there. I see. Oh, I see. Never mind. But Arius Coilmore is the guy to see if you want to get custom-made wood in the game. Of course, don't forget, if you want to advertise right here on Lunch with Laz and Jack, and you have a shop or guild or anything that you'd like to advertise, get in touch with us. We'll tell you how it's done, and you too can have your name or your shop or whatever it is up here on a regular basis. Of course, Scrota's music service. It's Scrota. It's music, and it's a service. Him and his floppy hat will follow you around and play music till your heart's content. Whatever you want, Scrota's got it, including Scrota himself. The Britannian Money Company wants you to come on out to Black Rock Cove. Black Rock Cove is now open for business. If you want to open up a shop, you want to sell goods, you want to buy goods, Black Rock Cove is the place to go. Located in the Quell region, right near the town of Exeter, near the Elysium and Exeter mines for your mining convenience. The other mine isn't too far away either, but that's neither here nor there. RelicsByReld.com for all your licensed Shroud Avatar swag. If you're looking for t-shirts, hats, patches, drinkware, I know he's always out of those mugs, guys. You got to get on him and say, Ben, when are we going to get more of those mugs? We need more mugs. Relics by Rild is the place to go to get all your great Shroud Avatar attire, drinkware, patches, again, coinage, comic books, you name it. Relics by Rild's got it. And if you want to save a little money when you check out, use the promo code NBNN when you check out. You'll save 10% on your purchase at relicsbyrild.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest in news and entertainment throughout the week right here in Shroud of the Avatar. And last but not least, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Shroud Marketplace, get all your good swag. All some great sales, and whoever bought that portable ether vibration amplifier, get in touch with me and give me your game name so I can deliver it, please.
You can email them and say, hey,
I already did.
please.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Jeez.
Don't forget, shroudmarketplace.com is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Anything and everything is coming from one of 100 different player vendors that are currently registered. If you want to start selling your stuff, you do need to register an account.
vendors.
Then click on vendor registration, and you can start listing your items. And that's anything and everything that's game related that's not a bannable offense. Yay. So you've got a little bit of everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, cheaper than you can get them on the add-on store.
Look at them gold deals. 25,000, 50,000,
Not
100,000.
not only that, supposedly those deals
Photos.
with gold that Weddings and More is offering, if you make a purchase and you tell Laz that you want your free
dragon bone throne. That's right. Mention
That's
that
right.
in your
You
purchase.
you have to mention that. Yeah.
Mention that in your purchase, and you'll get a free dragon bone throne with all your gold purchases from Weddings and More by Laz. That's right.
Yeah. And you can also find things going all the way back to release 5 and 6, which was in 2014, if you guys didn't know that, all the way to telethon items,
You
all
want
kinds of
those
stuff.
rare items. You're a new player showing up, and you want to get some of those collectibles.
That's
Prices,
right.
prices
Including
are great. Prices are competitive because there's multiple players out there selling their goods.
That's right. That includes services. I mean, from power hours to adventure XP boost to sign writing to some deco assistance to Scrota's music service. Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can find someone offering that service. That's that guy, by
That's
the way.
right. Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. And I tell you what, I got the Lord British birthday bundle discounted 50% off on the marketplace. There's a big load of stuff available on that birthday bundle. Helmets, equipment, thrones, the pet broom, all that good stuff available out there on the marketplace.
I see it.
Right.
Lord British, just do a search for Lord British and you'll be able to see it. Lord British birthday bash bundle right there.
Because the man himself's got some great swag when it comes to throwing a birthday bash, I tell you what. But meanwhile, we're running past our time as we do pretty much every day because we don't care about the time anymore. We're just here to bring you the latest news and updates here in Shroud of the Avatar, I tell you. It's a beautiful thing. And, of course, time for us to get out of here. We'll be back with more tomorrow. But we love you guys. We appreciate it for all the things you do. Eagle, especially, for all those bits he always cheers on our stream. Love you, man. And, of course, we'll be back with the latest news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here on NBNN tomorrow. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And
you gotta love that mug.
NBNN. Oh, you're gonna love that mug, I tell you.
I just changed it to fantastic mode so I could get in on it. Although I forgot what the first person view
We'll
is.
see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's
That's right.
V
Bye-bye.
twice.
Yeah, I did it eventually. Yep.
There's the
Bye
yes
bye,
man.
everybody.